If World War III broke out tomorrow, would your weapon save you or leave you dead in the dirt? Because modern war doesn't start with soldiers. It starts with chaos. Power goes out. Supplies disappear. Law and order collapse. And by the time most people realize what's happening, it's already too late. And when it reaches your door, they're not knocking. They're kicking it in. In that moment, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall back on what you have. And the weapon in your hands, it's either your only chance at survival or your biggest mistake. So in this video, we're breaking down 15 survival guns you should consider owning before it's too late. Firearms built for reliability, durability, and one purpose only: keeping you and your family alive when everything falls apart. Number 15, FN-SCAR 17. If you're serious about defending a homestead, holding ground in a rural area, or engaging threats at longer distances with real authority, then a full-power battle rifle chambered in .308 Winchester or 7.62 NATO becomes hard to ignore. We're talking about platforms like the modern FN-SCAR 17 or the classic PTR 91, a direct descendant of the G3 battle rifle. These are not light, fast-handling carbines. They lean toward heavier, full-power systems designed to deliver strong performance at distance. In a high-risk or collapse scenario, that matters because the .308 or 7.62 NATO cartridge carries serious energy and retains effectiveness at extended ranges compared to intermediate calibers. With a capable shooter, it can stay relevant well past 500 yards and beyond, depending on condition. That creates a clear advantage in rural defense, where distance is often your only buffer. Number 14, Ruger 10-22. You might laugh at a .22 LR in a World War II scenario, but let's look at the numbers first. The Ruger 10-22 sends a 40-grain bullet at around 1,270 feet per second. It isn't overwhelming in power, but it works well for taking rabbits, squirrels, and small game when feeding your family without burning through serious ammo. The .22 LR is the most mass-produced cartridge on Earth, with over 2 billion rounds manufactured annually in the United States alone. During the 2020 shortage, when centerfire calibers disappeared from shelves, .22 LR was still available at roughly $0.08 to $0.12 per round. You can store tens of thousands in a single ammo can and carry 500 rounds in your jacket pocket. At around $300 to $400, it's the most affordable gun on this list. In a long-term survival situation, it can outlast many others on this list in daily usefulness because a small game keeps you fed, but it doesn't keep you safe when someone is kicking your door. For that, you need something that ends the conversation completely. Number 13, Ruger Mini 14. Let's talk about a rifle that reflects classic American engineering and quiet preparedness. The Ruger Mini 14. When things go sideways and others are carrying loud, highly tactical-looking rifles, the Mini 14 offers comparable rifle capability in a more traditional, less attention-grabbing profile. While it was never widely adopted by the U.S. military like the M16, the Mini 14 draws design influence from respected platforms such as the M1 Garand and M14, both known for dependable service. It has also been used by various law enforcement agencies, correctional services, and some international security units, mainly because of its reliability. In a pre-World War III, one of its strongest advantages is chambering in 5.56 NATO, or 223, which shares common ammunition with the AR-15 platform, helping with availability. The design is not overly complex, which makes it easier to run in less than ideal conditions without specialized tools. It is lighter than many full-size battle rifles and handles quickly, which helps in closer or more dynamic movement situations. Number 12, AK-47. This isn't just a gun, it's a reputation for raw, simple, and extremely reliability shaped through decades of real conflict. This rifle has been carried across countless war zones and unstable regions around the world, from dense jungles in Southeast Asia to harsh deserts in the Middle East, from cold Eastern European battlefields to remote conflict areas in Africa. It has been used in environments where failure simply isn't an option. When conditions are unpredictable and maintenance isn't guaranteed, you need a firearm that doesn't require constant care. The AK platform is known for operating in mud, sand, cold, and heat, with minimal concern for cleanliness. Even in harsh conditions, it is widely recognized for continuing to cycle and function with a 7.62 by 39 round. That cartridge is known for strong impact and consistent availability in many regions. In widespread disruption, it is often still easier to find compared to more specialized caliber. When reliability and availability matter most, the AK-47 stands out as a practical option in extreme situations. Number 11. M1A65 Creedmoor. With a 22-inch barrel, semi-automatic action, and synthetic stock, it balances accuracy, power, and durability. The 6.5 Creedmoor cartridge is known for its flat trajectory and long-range consistency, allowing accurate engagement out to around 800 yards with a capable shooter and proper conditions. In a collapse scenario, that kind of reach is not just about hunting, it's about keeping potential threats at a distance from your position. The M1A itself has military heritage, developed from the M14 battle rifle platform, which served in various roles for decades. It has a reputation for being dependable, while still being adaptable enough to work with modern optics. For survival use, that combination of proven design and long-range performance makes it a strong option for controlling open terrain. If a 22 LR supports day-to-day food gathering, a platform like the M1A is more about managing distance, awareness, and control of larger spaces. Number 10. Beretta 1301 Tactical. There's no real substitute for a 12-gauge shotgun, and the Beretta 1301 Tactical is often considered one of the stronger modern options in that category. It is a semi-automatic shotgun with a lightweight build and a gas-operated system that cycles shells quickly and smoothly. With an 18.5-inch barrel and compact overall design, it handles well in confined environments such as tight interiors, abandoned structures, or close-quarters spaces. Loaded with buckshot, it delivers strong close-range stopping capability. Switched to slugs, and it extends its usefulness to longer distances with improved penetration and reach. That flexibility is one of its main strengths. Number 9. AR-15. The AR-15 is one of the most widely recognized rifle platforms in modern use. Chambered in 2.23 Remington and 5.56 NATO, and typically weighing around 6 to 7 pounds, it is known for being highly adaptable. A wide range of configurations is available, including adjustable stocks, rail systems for optics and lights, and compatibility with various accessories that allow it to be set up for different roles. One of its key advantages is flexibility. In a high uncertainty scenario, that can matter, whether operating in tighter urban environments where maneuverability is important, or in rural areas where accuracy and distance for hunting or observation become more relevant. Another practical factor is availability. Because of its widespread use, parts and ammunition are generally more common compared to many other rifle systems, which can be an advantage in disrupted supply conditions. Number 8. Daniel Defense Mark 18. Obviously, this is a serious weapon for the job, and in a World War III type scenario, you would want a dependable main rifle. A 10.3-inch setup is something I personally lean toward, especially for close quarters, work like room clearing, or moving through tight environments such as trench systems. In those situations, you need a rifle that stays compact and manageable without sacrificing capability. In this case, it's paired with a suppressor from Daniel Defense, along with an EO-Tech red dot and magnifier setup. That combination keeps target acquisition fast, while still giving you usable flexibility at distance. The rifle itself is kept fairly standard overall. Number 7. P90. I like the 9mm as a PCC, but the FN-P90 also fits into that conversation in an interesting way. It offers a 50-round magazine, giving you a large amount of ammunition on hand before needing to reload. In a defensive or high-pressure situation, that capacity can matter, especially when movement or repositioning isn't always easy. The platform is compact due to its bullpup design, which keeps overall length short while still allowing for controllability. It uses the 5.7 by 28mm cartridge, which is designed for higher velocity and flatter trajectory compared to many traditional pistol rounds. That can help with consistency at range within its intended role. With its integrated top-mounted magazine and ambidextrous layout, the system is also set up for practical handling in tight environments, where space and speed become important factors. Number 6. Kel-Tec Sub 2000. This one surprises people every time. The Kel-Tec Sub 2000 has been in production since 2001, and it stands out for one simple reason. It focuses on practicality over everything else. It folds completely in half, which means the entire rifle can fit into a standard backpack. At just over 4 pounds, it's lighter than most laptops, making it easy to carry for extended movement or travel. It fires 9mm, the same caliber used by pistols like the Glock 19, and it can even use compatible magazine depending on the setup. That creates a simple and efficient system where one type of ammunition can support more than one weapon. With a 16-inch barrel, it can push a 115-grain round to around 1,300 feet per second, extending its effective range compared to a handgun, often reaching out close to 100 yards under the right conditions. At roughly $500 to $600, it adds capability without a heavy cost or weight penalty. Number 5. Mossberg 590. For close quarters defense, where things happen fast and space is limited, a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun is one of the most practical options you can have. Even the sound of racking the pump is often enough to make someone think twice, because it's widely recognized and hard to ignore. In a close-range situation, buckshot delivers heavy impact in a short distance, which makes it effective when speed matters more than precision. It's mainly used for immediate threats where there's no time for anything complicated. The shotgun is also flexible. You can use buckshot for close range or switch to slugs if you need more distance or penetration. That gives it more range than people often expect. Mechanically, these shotguns are simple compared to many other firearms. That means fewer parts, easier handling, and a strong reputation for working even in rough conditions with little maintenance. Number 4. Beretta 92 FS. Sometimes survival comes down to the pistol on your hip. The Beretta 92 FS is one of the more battle-tested handguns in modern history, with over 3 decades of service as the U.S. military sidearm. Chambered in 9mm with a 15-round magazine, it is known for being accurate, smooth shooting, and consistently reliable. Its open-slide design helps reduce malfunctions, and the all-metal frame helps manage recoil, making follow-up shots more controllable under stress. With wide global use, 9mm ammunition is also one of the most commonly available handgun rounds, which improves the chances of resupply in a disrupted world. It isn't flashy or modern in appearance, but it has earned trust through consistent real-world use. And in chaos, consistency matters more than anything. Number 3. Springfield M1A. This is the civilian version of the M14, the last American military battle rifle before the M16 era. It has been in production since the 1970s and is known for using the .308 Winchester cartridge. A typical 150-grain .308 round can reach around 2,800 feet per second, producing over 2,600 foot-pounds of energy, with strong accuracy potential at extended ranges, even past 800 yards, when conditions and shooter skill allow. In practice, this places it in a long-range category where precise shot placement becomes possible without relying on specialized sniper platforms. The .308 Winchester is also closely related to 7.62 by 51 NATO, which is widely used by military forces. One drawback is cost, often around $1 to $2 per round, which makes it more expensive to train with or stock in large quantities compared to lighter calibers. However, what it loses in economy, it makes up for in reach and consistency at distance. Number 2. Remington 870. It is a 12-gauge pump shotgun introduced in 1950 and widely adopted across military, law enforcement, and security roles. It has seen use in conflicts such as the Vietnam War, where shotguns were valued for close jungle and trench fighting due to their short-range effectiveness and reliability in harsh conditions. It cycles buckshot for short-distance defense and slugs for longer, harder hits when needed. The pump system is easy to understand and keeps working under rough conditions with minimal maintenance. Ammunition types are widely available compared to niche calibers, which improves practicality in disrupted supply situations. Number 1. Glock 19. It's what you can carry consistently, what you can access in seconds, and what often becomes the last line of protection in close-range situations. For that role, the Glock 19 is one of the most commonly chosen options. It's not focused on appearance or complexity, but on consistent function and straightforward operation. Millions of civilians rely on it, and it is also widely used by law enforcement agencies across different regions. That level of adoption comes from long-term real-world use rather than marketing. The design is relatively simple, with fewer complex parts compared to some other systems, which helps with maintenance and cleaning in less than ideal environments. It is also commonly chosen for its ease of handling and concealability, allowing it to be carried without drawing attention when discretion is important. So that's all for now. Some of these firearms handle distance, others handle close chaos, and a few bridge the gap when everything turns unpredictable. Thank you for watching.